What's up, guys? Today we're coming at you with a Odd Eyes Orcust deck profile. So let's jump into this and let's see what we're coming at you with. Guys, if you haven't already, be sure, if you're new to the channel, to hit the subscribe button. That'd be much appreciated. Also, too, be sure to leave a like and a comment. That way we know what feedback you got from us, guys. So let's jump into this. Let's see what we're coming at you with. To start things off, we're running 3 of our Odd Eyes Art Pendulum Dragon. This is the main Odd Eyes card you want to see as fast as possible. Get this guy in your pen scale, and it's going to get your Odd Eyes plays going the way you want to. You're going to get the monsters on the board the way you want to, and get the play started the way you want to set them up. We're also running 3 Odd Eyes Persona Dragon. This guy is just good low scale. Also, too, when you can get those extra deck monster effects, negated, it's a good thing you want to be able to do. We're also running 1 Perform Pal Odd Eyes Dissolver. This is just to help us to get into our vortex a lot easier. That way we can, start abusing it with our Odd Eyes Art Pendulum Dragons effect. That way we can just keep bringing back the vortex and just keep making our opponent get the sad face. We're also running the Endymion engines. We're running 1 Mighty Master and the 2 Servant, or you could say Vegeta and Bulma. Like I said, he's doing the big bang attack when he gets them 6 counters on him, or off of him. So very good. Helps you be able to go through the plays you want to. You want to see Servant as fast as possible, because Servant really gets the ball going for the deck, and it's just going to make the plays the way you want to make them. I'm also running a small Mythical Beast engine. I'm running 2 Master Cerberus, 2 Jackal, and 1 Garuda. I'm only running 2 of the Master Cerberus just because I don't want to have the level 8s in hand. I want to be able to see it to get search off. Also, too, using the Servant to be able to special summon to clear out problem monsters can be very useful. Jackal King is going to be the go-to card now. I mean, we don't want no hand traps stalling us out or hurting our fields or hurting our plays, so we want to get Jackal King on the field as fast as possible. And Garuda, I really like it. I mean, not for the MST effect, but more for the hand trap effect, to be able to send it to the extra deck with the Electrum play and then be able to add it back to hand, and you already got counters on Jackal, so you're going to be able to make sure that's another interruption for your opponent to, if they do play through a lot of your stuff, as long as you still got a Jackal on board with counters on it, you can bounce off those counters, special summon him, and it's going to make your opponent still have another interruption they're going to have to deal with that they probably didn't expect. I'm also running the 3 Chronograph Sorcerer and the 1 Time Gazer. Time Gazer really, he comes in clutch right now. He makes sure the ogres don't work, so I really like him. Chronograph is just, all around good. If one of your pendulum scales get destroyed, be able to special summon him, special summon another monster out of your hand if you want to. Just very good plays that you want to make sometimes. Also running 2 Supreme King Darkworm and the 1 Gate Zero. This is just a nice little package. You want to run it in about every pendulum build you got. The way the deck is built right now, the way this build is, I only want to have 2 in there because I don't want to normal summon unless I absolutely have to. But to be able to have 2 of these is very good. I see it when I need it. It's very crucial. Also running the 1 Curtain Raiser. Curtain Raiser is just good, it's a good little card. It helps if you don't get your Dark Worm the way you want to. You still have another little special summon that you can get. Also, too, it can still be normal summon, so it has its advantages. Very useful. Also running the 1 Destrudo. Destrudo helps you get into a lot of your synchro plays, and also, too, it's just an extra dragon on board if you need it for your guard dragon plays. The plays don't go out the way you want to. And also, we're running the small Orcust package. We're running 1 Orcust Nightmare, 1 Orcust Horror, and 1 Orcust Skeleton. They all have their own advantages to the plays that you want to make. You got Nightmare that's going to be like a Foolish Burial. You got Horror that's going to be the special summon, and you got all out of the deck, and you got Skeleton that's going to be a special summon from out of the graveyard. And you can loot these and you can spin them back into the deck and just keep the engine going just off these 3 alone. So it's very, very useful and helps to keep the deck generating, where a lot of times Odd Eyes would stall out. So it's very, very good for Odd Eyes in general. But that's it for the monsters. For the spell cards, We're running 3 Allure of Darkness. Allure of Darkness, we got plenty of dark monsters in the deck. We can banish them out, you know, keep getting the resources that we want to, get the counters on the servant, on the jackals, things like that the way we want to, and just get the ball rolling the way we want to for the deck. I'm also running 2 Into the Void. Into the Void is actually a fairly good card. I like it a lot. It's like having another, you know, Upstart Goblin into the deck. You know, you got 3 cards in your hand, activate this, you draw an extra card. It's going to be very useful. You're usually not going to have a hand whenever you go full combo, so if you're using this card, you're usually going to get pretty much no cards in hand anyway, so it's not going to be an effect that's going to really hurt you. Speaking of, we're running 1 Upstart Goblin. Upstart Goblin just helps to get the extra counters on the servant or your mythical beast Jackal King or your jackals. You know, anything that you want to do to get those counters on, it's going to get you that extra draw. Very useful. Also running the best searcher in my opinion in the game, you know, Spiral Flame Strike is just going to help you get that Art Pendulum in the hand as fast as possible. Also too, another good effect of it is if you have odd eyes on the field already, you're just going to be able to destroy a card on the field, and that can be very useful depending on how plays are set up and how the game state's going. Also running 2 Duelist Alliance. Duelist Alliance is also going to be able to search out that Art Pendulum. We want to be able to get that Art Pendulum on the field because, like I said, if you get the Art Pendulum on the field, you're going to be able to keep generating that vortex as much as possible, even getting other odd eyes cards on the field, and that's what I really want to do. Also running the 1 Summoner's Art. Like I said, Art Pendulum, that's the key to the deck, Hopi. Art Pendulum. You want to get Art Pendulum on the field as fast as possible. We're also running 3 of a Spell Power Mastery. This is still a crazy card. Spell Power Mastery, you get it as soon as possible too, to be able to pretty much get 2 counters on one of these servant or your jackals. It's going to be very useful. Also too, to be able to search out your servant, your master, your mighty master, things like that. That can be really very helpful for the deck. I'm also running 1 Terraforming, 1 Set Rotation, 3 Sky Iris, a Babel, and a Dragon Ravine. I like this little lineup right here. It's going to help me to get the resources that I need when I need to see them. I usually use a Set Rotation to give my opponent a Sky Iris, and if I'm depending on what my plays are going to be, if I want to get the Babel or the Dragon Ravine, I do that. I'm trying my best not to give my opponent the Dragon Ravine because there's a lot of players that like to send dragons to the graveyard now because we got Dragon Links and all types of guard dragon decks walking around here, so if you can help not to give them the Dragon Ravine, it helps out a lot. But I like this little package a lot. Sky Iris to be able to get it, protect your odd eyes, also to be able to search out other odd eyes, help to get the pop and get the extra plays that you want to make. Very useful. Use the Babel to be able to help to make sure that you can get your Orcust plays on your opponent's turn. Very, very good and very useful for the plays that you want to make and help to stall out your opponent and keep the game state the way you want to. And lastly, for the spell cards, I'm running 3 Dragon Shrine and the 1 Foolish Burial. This is a heavy spell monster count for this deck, so the 3 Dragon Shrine is needed. You want to be able to send the dragons to the graveyard as fast as possible. Also too, with the Foolish Burial, the same thing, and if you need to start your Orcust engine, you can use the Foolish Burial to send it also and help to get the plays going the way you want to. But that is it for the spell cards. For the trap, I'm running the 1 Crescendo. This is just to be able to make sure that, you know, if your opponent has some crazy spell card, you know, the new promo card, you know, you don't want to get locked out by it. You know, you got all these monsters on board with all these negates. If you don't have this back there, they're pretty much shutting off all your negates and they're just going to walk the dog on you. So you want to make sure you got something back there. That way you can protect your field, you know, from the crazy stuff and just be able to make the plays the way you want to. But that's it for the main deck. For the extra deck, we're running the 1 Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon. Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon is, you know, a good boss monster for the deck. You know, you get it out there, it's going to get those negates that you want. Also too, when it's special summon, if their opponent has a monster in attack mode, spin it back to the deck. You know, get a field clearance. You know, just very, very useful stuff. Very good card. 3,000 defense. Very, very useful. We're also running the 1 Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. Abyss is just going to be able to be good to brought out through your Guard Dragon plays. Get this out there. Depending on how you set up your plays, this can help you to get around, you know, that new counter trap too, depending on how you set your chain links up. You have to, you know, you have to do some tweaking, but it can be done. But very useful card, helps you get that negate anywhere on the field, very useful. Also running the 1 F.A. Dawn Dragster, we still want to make sure we get those spell cards, you know, hit down to a minimum. You don't want to see, you know, any crazy stuff popping off on you. So if you can stop those spell cards, go ahead and stop them. We're also running the 1 Degisu. This is just good for making sure you get that extra field clearance and also to be able to make sure that you can protect your field. That's the main issue that you want to do, is be able to protect your board from, you know, crazy effects that might pop off, and that's going to make your opponent have to really dig a little harder to bust your board. We're also running the Guard Dragon package. We got the Elpy, the Argapane, the Triple Burst, and the Hieratic Seal. Everybody's screaming to get this guy banned. He ain't done nothing to nobody. Leave him alone. Let him bring out a special summon dragon out of the deck or your hand. Let him walk the dog on you for a little bit. Just leave him alone. You got Argapane. He's going to be able to help you get your monsters out of your extra deck. He hasn't done nothing to you. He takes too much work to get into. Leave him alone. We got Triple Burst. Triple Burst is just going to be, you know, able to, in the battle phase, make sure you can get that negate. Also, too, he's going to be able to do some trample. If you want to ban somebody, ban him. And you got Hieratic Seal. Hieratic Seal is just if you contribute it off while it's in the extra monsters on spot, to be able to special summon one of your, usually it's going to be your Persona Dragon, special summon it out, bounce one of your opponent's cards, and, you know, keep the plays going the way you want to. We're also running a small little Orcust package in the Nightmare Phoenix, the Nightmare Mermaid, the Galatea, and the Longisu. This can be, the Phoenix can be whichever you want, you know, whichever Nightmare you want it to be, but I like to be able to make sure back row is clear, that way I can get the plays going the way I want to. You need the Mermaid to be able to get the Orcust, you know, package going the way you want to. The Galatea to be able to set either your Babel or your Crescendo is just very, very useful. Also too, if it's co-linked, it can't be destroyed by battle. And the Longisu is I like him a lot. I really do like him a lot. The fact is, if you get him so he's pointing to one of your opponent's monster spots whenever they decide to summon a monster there, you can use his effect to spin back 2 of your banished Orcust monsters into the deck, and, you know, the same thing similar to like Hieratic Seal, bounce the card back. Also too, depending on how you got your plays set up, he won't be destroyed if he's co-linked by card effects. So that can be very useful depending on how you set up your plays and plays that you might want to make. We're also running the 1 Heavy Metal Foes Electromite. This guy, he's got everybody looking at him right now. You know, if you running a Pendulum deck, you want to have this guy at 1. I'd like to see this guy come back to 2 at least. It's hopeful thinking. I'd much rather have an Odd Eyes Link monster. I'm still going to scream for that, guys. I mean, tell Konami, hey, we need us a Link monster, but like to get an Odd Eyes Link monster. But right now, Heavy Metal Foes Electrum is doing good to be able to do all the plays you want to. Very, very useful. I'm running 1 Topological Bomber Dragon. This card is, you know, he was hated on when he first came out. People looked at him, overlooked him and everything, but, you know, Longisu, he can really put in some work with him, get the Babel on the field, you know, special summon the Longisu right here-ish, having it so it's pointing towards your opponent's extra deck monster spot. It's going to activate the effect to clear the field. Longisu's going to still stay. That's very, very good play. I like that a lot. And also too, if you got your Longisu live, whenever they try to get something extra deck monster spot, you're just going to bounce it right back up. So it really does help to have this guy into the deck, and helps, you know, get other plays other than just going straight into your main combo. And lastly, for the extra deck, we're running 1 Borlo Dragon. Borlo Dragon, I'm just, you know, always going to like Borlo Dragon. I like the fact that he can decrease the attack points. Also too, he can't be targeted. If he's also a snatch steal, that's always a plus. If you just want to do damage and want to do, you know, massive attack run over damage, you can switch this out for a Boiled Sword. There's nothing wrong with that. This is just a personal preference to me. But that's it for the deck profile, guys. Guys, if you haven't already, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Also to be sure to Gallic gun that like button. Share, comment, subscribe. Thanks guys for all your love and support. We're out.